Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Have you been outside clapping for the heroes? I hope so, we have. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm in the kitchen with Simon and Karen, and yes, they've been outside with me. So Karen is just getting herself nice and comfy, and she'll be able to read comments in a moment. Hi Karen.
I was just picking the tubs up.
So hi Karen.
Hello.
And hi Simon.
Hi. So
you're well shielded, you tonight, aren't you? So.
With a nicotine-coloured beard moustache and a purple mask on.
Changed the colour of his beard and he's hiding it from me. Right, okay then. So when Karen lets us... Oh, no. So Karen's just going to let me know that you're all here.
We've got a massive audience already. It's brilliant.
No way. How many have we got?
221.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Right, that's quite good, isn't it, for early on?
We've got Jill Cook, Patricia Gaffney and Karen Micallef.
Oh, hello. Goody good. Right, so today, who watched our little live this afternoon with Jasmine and Ruby? Well, Tracy Mann was on this morning, keeping you entertained. She's brilliant, isn't she? And then I was on with Ruby and Jasmine, and I watched it tonight, actually, because I took a couple of hours off. Can you believe it? So I went and sat with the kids, and then when they went, I thought, you know what, I'll actually watch the whole live. And it looks like you all enjoyed it, so that was brilliant as well. And the girls really loved it. So they've done a drive by their aunties and phoned their auntie. She had to come out with a cake box, and then they did a little change. They can't get in the car, but there's the box. So they've done that, so that's good. And then we're in the kitchen. Now tonight's live is going to be a bit all over the place, a bit like last Thursday's, I think. So lots of you have asked me, will I do a sprinkle board, because they're so easy to do, and I'll talk you through them as well. And then I thought I'd show you some new products. And then, well, to be fair, I just thought I'd show you some new products, because when I asked on one of the threads a few weeks ago, and you said you'd like to know a little bit more new products. So I thought, well, we'll do that. And then I'll talk to you about when we're going to use those new products. So I think we'll start off with pink boards are back in stock. So they're back in stock. We've got plenty. Grey boards, we are definitely on it. The man is speaking to his man tomorrow. So hopefully I'm going to get some answers at least by early next week. They won't be in next week when we can get them. But having said that, we've just had notification that getting stuff over across from Europe at the moment is turning into pretty much like a nightmare for everybody. DPD have cancelled. It doesn't affect us because we don't actually ship out the UK, but DPD have cancelled all their deliveries at the moment while they sort all their situation out, their paperwork out, or what it is they're doing. I think they were signed up for doing everything right, and then everything got changed again right at the last minute, so it's all having to be rewritten up again. But anyhow, so we're sat here, Sugar and Crumbs, thankfully only quite happy that we just delivered to the UK. Saves us a whole load of hassle. But having said that, we need to get stuff in. So I'll talk to you about those soon. So what I thought I would tell you about is the things that we got in. So a few of you asked me would I get the large green board in, which I did. And then I got the medium green board in as well, because a few of you have asked me for that, so that's in stock. So the extra large is this biggest pink board here. Then we have a large, and then we have a medium, which this comes as the medium, okay? And then we have a small, and we have a veining board, all right? So these are actually in stock, so I thought I'd tell you about that. And then some new nozzles that are in, okay? I did get them sort of like the end of last year, but I bought them and then they just sold out. They were gone. So they came back into Wilton again, and I have grabbed what I can. So these are quite large, these nozzles. These are the Wiltons. They're open star nozzles, and they're brilliant. So you've got the 4B, the 6B and the 8B. So you can see how large they are. Look, they're massive. Okay, now if you've got the Gem Savoy set, because some of you bought the Savoy sets this week, don't buy these. You don't need to buy these. Okay, so if you've got the Savoy sets, don't buy these. You've got plenty in the Savoy set. So do you remember I'm doing that bundle of 12 Savoy nozzles? I think they're called XL Gem Piping Tips. So I've got a large box of those. There's 12 of them in there. If you've got them, you don't need these. But if you'd like to do the big swirls, and well done, Barbara Runcorn, your stripe cake was fabulous today, wasn't it? Saw that. Well done.
Great, yeah.
So it's lovely to see all of you doing the stripe cakes. Can't remember everybody else's names, but Barbara's has just popped up today. But all of you doing the stripy cakes, isn't it good to give it a go? So I'm on week 2, lesson 2. So teaching myself, that is. But it's good that you're all giving it a go as well. well. So I'm really very, very proud of you. It's quite good fun. So next week, next Tuesday, we're going to do lesson 3. And then I did say I was going to do it for 6 weeks. I'm only kidding, because after that, week 4, we're going to get out isomalt. Yes. And we're going to, I don't know how we're going to learn, but we've got ourselves a nice new induction hob, and we've got a tile, and we've got the paper glove, we've got the cotton gloves, and we've got the plastic gloves. Yeah, we've got the cotton gloves, and we've got the
gauntlets.
Yeah, but we're going to have a go. So we're going to have a look at that, okay? So anyhow, so I just thought I'd tell you about those nozzles, so I'll get those out of the way. So look, you can see how big they are. Look, they all fit on. Look, does that help on size? You can sort of see how big they are. So 4B, 6B, and 8B. But if you've bought those large gem nozzles, you don't need these. Right. Then, some of you are in the classes. Now, the first class of the year is on Monday. That's facial expressions. Now, you do want to get in on this class. I think John's going to send you all a reminder email. And while I'm talking about those nozzles, you all know what the 1M is. So this would be a good way to show you the sizes. So that 4B is the same size as the 1M. And then that gets bigger. And that gets bigger, but there's a lot more spikes on these. Okay, so these haven't got as many spikes on. Yeah, so John's going to send you out an email to let you know that facial expressions is on Monday. You can join the class afterwards, but I know most of you like to join in on the day. So even if you're not doing them on the day, and I think it's always good, I think it's good to do them on the day, but I also think sometimes it's just good to sit back, observe and watch, because when you're trying to do it on the day and you're trying to watch the camera and you're trying to do this, it can be a bit difficult. So there's your facial expressions. Okay, there's Simon. Hi Simon. Ooh.
Oh, his beard's the wrong colour. It's not me.
Hey, I know he hasn't got a strange looking orangey beard, has he?
Adele's just got a quick question.
Yeah.
Carol. She says if she's crumb coated a cake, can she put whipping it up Swiss meringue on top of the crumb coat?
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. But then with the whipping it up Swiss meringue buttercream, what you should do then is a lovely smooth texture. Pop it in the fridge. Just keep it in the fridge. It's lovely and smooth. It won't crust over either. So it won't stay soft, but it won't go rock hard like the crumb coat on like buttercream will. So this class is on Monday. So you do 12 faces, okay? 12 faces, different eyes, different eyelashes, different eyebrows, different skin tones, different lips, including teeth, lots and lots of things. And you never know, Jerry might even throw in a bit of hair. If she's watching now, she's probably going to go under and go, who said hair? We're doing faces. But, she's got to put hair on one of them. They can't all be balls, can they? So, so that one, it's £25 for the class if you want to join. Yeah?
The bald guy's the only one with hair.
Eh?
The bald guy's the only one with hair.
I know. Well spotted. That's what I said, looks like you. You've got that much hair.
There's a few people that have joined the facial expression class, but they're just wondering how to join the class. They bought it, but they want to know how to join it.
Oh, you just follow the link. So if you come out of this group and then go into search and then just put the words facial expressions with Jerry Chew. Okay, you should all know, if you buy the class now, you should get an automated link. But because everything was going mad between Christmas and New Year, the link system wasn't set up and working. But anybody who hasn't got that link, just come out of this group, okay, onto your profile, and then in the search there, just search facial expressions with Jerry Chew. Go there. There's 2 questions for you to answer. One is for your order number and one is for you to confirm your name. Is your name the same as the one on Facebook, or is the name the one that you purchase with? Because some of you have a different name than your Facebook name. Some of you get your husbands or your boyfriends to buy it. Yeah, it could have been a gift, so we need to know who purchased it because we can't marry them up, so that's the problem. So if you do that, you need to do that fairly rapid, okay, and then Karen can be letting you in tomorrow. All right. Right, so that's that one. So that's that class out the way. And then I've got my Nifty Nozzles class on Wednesday, and we're doing the umbrella. Are you all excited? So I believe Simon Lawton is joining us. So Elaine Lawton's husband, I've invited him along to join us because he's going stir crazy in the house. He can't even go out and walk the dog. So so I said, Elaine, tell him to join in the fun. So we've got a man cake decorating with us. So he's made his handle and he's made all his other little bits, and he's going to make his cake.
We'll have 2 men that day then.
Yeah, who else is doing it?
Yeah, well, he's here.
Are you doing that class on
You doing the
Wednesday?
class on Wednesday?
Nifty
No.
nozzles. Don't
I
know.
know of.
He hasn't looked at the list yet. He hasn't been given the list yet.
What's in that?
That's it. So, so there's that, and then what else was I going to say? Oh, so this is it. So, the Julie Rogerson is in on the 1st of February. And her class is the fairy tale cake. So basically, it's a carved tree trunk. She's going to show you how to carve a tree trunk, and then you know, put all the markings on it around the top, the swirl and everything. And it's called the fairy. I think it's called carved fairy tree cake, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's a couple of molds that she recommends. So you can use the Enchanted Door from Katie Sue, but Katie Sue have just brought out this brand new mold. They've only released it this week. And it's actually called Fairy Door, okay? And with this mould, with the Enchanted Door, you can make it look a little bit different by colour toning and painting. But this one, you can actually move everything around on it. So I'm going to have a little play with it in a minute, see what you think. But I wanted you to see how big this mould is. Look, 2 hands under there. So it's a massive mould. So any of you who are thinking investing in this mould, let me know. It's in stock. I've got the mushroom mould coming in, so I haven't put that on the website. So the mushroom mould will be on the website on Saturday, or you can make your own mushrooms. I said to Karen I didn't know what those were, so I didn't know whether they were mushrooms up there. Don't know what those 2 bits are for, but we'll have a look afterwards anyhow. And then, so that's that one. Then the next new mould that's in, and I just thought I'd get this out as well, is the fabric puff. Now, Kerry Griffiths has designed this mould, and he brought out the fabric puff, but some people wanted it smaller and larger. So, and I want to have a go at doing this cake. So I think, you know, my courses of over the next few weeks of doing cakes, I think we'll include this one. So if I don't, you know, we'll put isomalt on the list. So in fact, if Karen just gets her notes up on the phone, so we've got striped cakes on Tuesday. And then the week after we're going to do isomalt, and then I think we'll put this fabric puff one on. So if you fancy that on Tuesday, I know it's got nothing to do with our buttercream flowers class, but you know what, we may as well have a bit of fun, and then we can maybe put some buttercream flowers on the top, finish your cake off. We'll do that, yeah.
So I'm sending you a note. I'm sending you a note on that.
No, you just write the notes there, and I'll tell you when to send it. Don't send it yet.
No, I won't send it yet. I'm just going
yeah.
on to it.
So I think we'll play with that.
So I'm just putting isomalt class down.
Yeah, so that's going to be the week 4.
Week 4.
And we'll do fabric puff week 5.
And fabric puff week 5.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And then another one that I wanted to do, I might do this on one of the lives, because I've got no lives to do next week apart from Tuesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon, because we've got Jerry Chew in during the day, and she's in on Monday night, and then we've got Cicely Sutherland in next Thursday, is it? No, it's Laura. Sorry.
Laura's next Thursday, Cicely's the Thursday after.
So it's my daughter Laura is the Thursday after, and then so next week it's Jerry and Laura, and then the following week it is Rachel, Hannah, and Cicely. That's who it is. So I'll get there in the end. So I've got no Mondays and Thursday lives for 2 weeks. Choo choo. So I'll have to occupy you on Tuesday afternoons, won't I? So I think what we'll do is we'll do this one week. So these came out last year, and these are by Katie Sue. And I'm not sure which ones we'll do yet, but this is their stitch set. And they're ever so pretty. All right. So this is like if you do cross stitch there. So it's like a pad for doing cross stitching on. You've got the lettering, which you can put on the boards or on the side of the cake. We've got flowers, we've got leaves. So I like them. And I think when we're playing, all right, I think we'll bring in, oh, there's one of the other flowers for the cross stitch as well. But I think while we're playing, we'll bring in the big blossoms. And if we do it the same week or the week after, because a few people have asked, can we do different cakes? So I thought we'll bring in the big blossoms. Well, in fact, we'll have to do it the week after, won't we? We won't be able to do it all in 1 week. So we'll do that 1 week, the stitched. And then what we'll do is we'll do the honeycomb. So that's the big blossoms. And that's Zuz, Friends and Bees, okay? And that's the honeycomb. So that's all that set that goes together. And I know lots of you have bought this already. So let's get it out. Let's have a play. This is like a continuous one. And let's decorate a cake with this. We'll only do single tier cakes. We won't do 2-tier cakes. We'll leave Rachel, Hannah to deal with them for you. So I thought I'd just show you them in case you want to get them out the cupboard.
And these
So,
moulds that you're showing now, they're all Katie Sue ones.
yeah, they're all
aren't they?
Katie Sue. They're on the website. They're all pretty. I mean, I love that, Sus and Friends. And these have been out since last year. And I did say to Katie Sue that I would find time to actually demo these with you. And I really haven't had the time. But I feel now that while I've got these Tuesdays available, because my Buttercream Flowers class doesn't start until mid-February. So rather than my little group missing me, my little posse of friends that I've now gained in that group, what I've thought I wanted to use this time for sort of teaching myself. So I said, you know what, whatever I'm teaching myself, I'll do it with you girls. And then John has kindly opened it up for everybody. So I don't mind sharing with all of you. I don't mind making a complete fool of myself in front of all of you. It's quite entertaining on a Tuesday. So you all seem to enjoy it. So, but you know what, we've all got to play with these things, haven't we? So we've got to play with things, we've got to learn how to colour and paint, and I muck it up as well. So I think those Tuesdays will be a good time. And if I get Karen to put them in the diary, that we know that we've got them. So next week, we're going to do a stripe cake, and I'm doing a chocolate stripe cake with orange buttercream, and I'm possibly going to do another colour because I feel like doing a really nice purple. I used the Magic Colours purple today, and I really like that. In fact, we could actually use the neon colours on that chocolate cake. So we use Magic Colours neon colours today, and I think I'm going to use either Jaffa Twist or chocolate milkshake, but I'll use a white icing sugar to go with it for the stripes, and we're doing neon one for that because I think that's going to look super duper. So that's for Tuesday, and then I'm going to do a second cake using one of the other combs, okay? And then so then what we'll do is we'll either do
week 4 isomalt, you've got fabric puff week 5.
Yeah.
So what do you want on week 6?
So week 6, we'll do one of these, and you know what? Let's do week 7. We'll do them. So we'll do one of these week 6 or week 7.
We'll do Katie Sue's week 6.
Yeah. What do you want? Do you want? What do you want? Do you want the Buzzy Bees and Friends, or do you want to do the Stitch Flowers? What do you want to do? Let me know with the lettering. So we'll do them. So that'll take us into 7 weeks that I've opened the group up, and then we're going to close it. And when I say open the group, it means that you can't come into the group. What it means is what I'm doing in that group is being streamed out to the main page. So that's what it means. And then anybody who's joined Buttercream Flowers, we'll close the group after that one, and then we'll get back on doing what we're meant to be doing, which is making beautiful flowers.
Bees is week 6 and Stitch Flowers is week 7.
Is that what they fancy?
Because I've got bees, stitch
bees. Right, okay then.
Yeah.
So it's going to be bees. Right, okay then. Right, because they're really pretty. Who's got that? Yeah, so who's got those molds? So that's the set. So you've got the big blossoms, you've got the Zuz and Friends, and you've got the honeycomb. Okay, now there's a large continuous honeycomb, and there's a small honeycomb as well, which I haven't brought home with me, so I must remember to get that out as well. And then I'll have a look at some of the little designs that everybody's doing with them, and we'll have a little play with them. Yeah? All right, but we must remember to talk about it each week so that you all know what we're doing. Because I think we'll only do isomalt for 1 week. Don't think we'll be doing it any more than that. Just have to hope I've still got my hands left. And then these stitched flowers are really pretty. I know they look the same, and my lads are a nightmare. I have to tell them to be very careful when they're picking, because don't they look similar? But they're not, they're different. So I'm really looking forward to using these. I think it's a great range. Yeah.
And don't forget to like and share, ladies. For
Yes, don't forget to like and share.
Something for everyone bundle.
Yeah, that's right. We're not doing the voucher. We're doing the something for everyone bundle, which is I think worth $37.99. So that's that set there. If you want to, you don't have to buy all of it, but if you want to buy some of it, or just watch, that's it. Okay. So I'll get those out the way there, and then we're doing. When are we doing this? After the isomalt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll pick up the other mould as well, and then we'll have to do 2 tiers with this. 2 tiers with this so that you can see both sizes, and then we're going to luster this afterwards. Okay, so we'll luster that, and I think I'll buy some silk flowers because I'm no good at that. And then, or we might even, I don't know. We'll sort a few things out. Right, so what I thought I'd do first is to show you this fairy door, and I thought while we're here, you know what, why don't we just make one? It's easy, isn't it? So just let me put that to one side. Just want to let you know about some new products. I'm going to put loads of new products on Saturday if I can. So they won't be going on until late Saturday night. I'm going to take Saturday day off, and then I'm going to trot in like I usually do. Usually when John starts drinking the wine. So because you know what men like when they start drinking the wine, they become a pain in the arse. They want to watch football, sport, fall asleep and snore, don't they? So while he's doing
All
that,
in that order.
they do, don't they? It all starts off great. I love it. We have a great meal together. It's all lovely. We chat and everything else. Then it's like, I want to watch the telly with the sport. And then I'm answering questions on Facebook. And then I think, you know what? I'm going to go and get on my computer. So I'm going to put new products on. And I cleared all my office out. And the girls came in on Monday. And in 2 years, my office looked amazing. And now it's all jacked up with products again. I said to Terry, look at it. What did I tell you? It's not even lasted a week. So, but I'm going to put these little cake toppers on. So I thought these are good. They come in a box. And there's, how many is it? It's for Valentine's. And there is 200 in a box. I don't think you'd be making 200 cupcakes. But you know what? They're there, aren't they? They're there. And I thought I'd just buy a few boxes of these in if you want to have them. And I thought they're just great little cake toppers. I'm not going to break them down. I don't think I'm going to break them down. But I think that they're nice and they taste lovely as well. So these have actually been out a little while, so they've hardened up, but they do taste nice. I'll just take one for the team for you because you know I like to
sing. Be what you're saying because we do have somebody watching you.
Oh, is it? Buzz off. Hello, sexy. Hello, sexy. I'll get rid of him. Hello, sexy love. Be mine. You're so cute. Hello, sweetheart. There you are. You're going to go off now. Right, so I'll take one for the team and try one for you because they are actually quite nice. They're quite yummy.
There's a few people there saying looking for a millionaire. Is anybody going spare? They could do with a millionaire.
My John's no good then. So
Geraldine says, "Ooh, 200. One for each of my Valentines."
Absolutely.
He says, gone.
Gone. Bye. He hates being embarrassed. Probably kill me afterwards. Right, so anyhow, so what I thought I'd do is, so cornflour pouch on here, so it's a new mould, so I'm going to give it a good dusting. When you've got your moulds, you don't always have to give them a really good dusting, but that's it. You do after you've washed them, but if you're going to make a few things out of them, you know, you don't have to, while you use them on the same day, you don't need to. So I just thought I'd show you this, what it looks like. Now this is just sugar paste, it's got no Tylo in it whatsoever. I'm using Select Island here and I've just coloured it with the tree trunk I think we've just used, isn't it?
Have you any idea how much those box of parts are, Carol?
I've got to be honest, I don't know.
Right,
I think...
Are they on the website now?
They're not.
Right, okay.
What I can do is, if you want, when we finish the live, I'll go and put them on the website. I'll go and put them on the website after the live. Just to let you know as well, PME, friggin' hell. I actually messaged a man and told him I loved him. I'm going to send him one of these. So, PME have struggled this year. To be fair, with COVID and everything else, I've told you all loads of times, all the suppliers have struggled like mad to get stock. Well, I don't know what's happened to PME, but normally I place an order. I usually place a very large order, and if I get a third or a quarter of it, I'm doing very well. Well, my order arrived today. John's going to kill me when he gets the bill because I just wasn't expecting it, but everything arrived. Can't believe it. We've got the chocolate melting machine in, we've just got everything in. Cake tins in, the scrapers in, the fine art brushes in, the craft brushes are in, everything's in. So I've stocked up on everything. I don't think I've missed anything, but I'll be looking at it and then I'll place another order. There's chocolate moulds in. I've got some new chocolate moulds to put on as well, some little Easter ones. And some Valentine Love Heart ones I've got to put in as well. So we've got that in there. So I was well chuffed. So I messaged the man from PME and said, I love you, thank you so much.
Well, it is unusual, isn't it, for you to get all your order?
Yeah, he did laugh. Don't know what his girlfriend thought. I wrote another bloke a message tonight, put a kiss on it, and I had to apologise. I wrote back, said, sorry, it's habit. Sorry. Just habit though, isn't it? All us girls do it, don't we? We put kisses on our messages. So I just roll it into a sausage and it just keep pulling a bit off. That's all I'm doing until I get to the size that I want. So this door isn't for anything other than me just showing you. So it's a brand new mould that's just come out yesterday. So Katie Sue launched it, not yesterday, the day before. Sorry, I got it. It arrived yesterday for me. So I missed a little bit there. And then the fabric puff only got launched the day before as well. So they launched 2 more. Da, 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 da. So I know some of you wanted the circle ring cutters. They're back in stock. So you know those lovely, amazing rings. I don't know what Cameron's done with
I
them.
never put them away. You had them and
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, they're in the box there. So I know a lot of you wanted them, was disappointed they went out of stock. All purple cupcake sprinkles are back in stock. They sold straight out straight away. So they're all back in stock. They've arrived as well. So all of those are pretty. The love hearts, the bumblebees, the love in the air stuff. So let's just take this out. So let me just pass this. Oh, thank you. Just pass us that kitchen roll, Karen. Because I've gone and done my pink board here with that much corn flour on. So did you all enjoy watching Jasmine and Ruby today? You appear to. You all seem to have had good fun watching the girls. They had a great time. So
Teresa Hunt, are you getting stencils for airbrushing?
right, okay, so I don't know who to buy stencils off, if I'm really honest. I haven't really got any contact suppliers to buy them off. So when I was buying them, I was buying them off Evil Cake Genius, but they work out very expensive from getting them abroad, and I don't want to get anything from abroad at the moment. So because of all the charges that they're charging.
And everyone thoroughly loved this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you.
They loved it.
So you'll see that this brush that I'm using, that was really very easy. I didn't need to do anything with this because this brush still had a bit of gold luster in it. So it seems that quite accidentally, but works out quite well. I've just lustered that. Yeah. Don't need to do any more to that. So we'll get a little bit more sugar paste out. In fact, do you know what? I'll do a brown door with it and then we'll paint the door. In fact, no, I'm not. I wanted to do a green door.
They were made up with the cakes in the box, taking them home.
Oh, they couldn't believe it. They've never taken so many cakes home. They're not allowed that many cakes, believe me. When they have cakes, we're only allowed one. Wesley said, Mum, how many did they actually eat? I said, they only ate half of one. But Jasmine ate a tube of buttercream and Ruby ate a bowl of batter. Did you see Jasmine? She was she knows she's got to share with her little sister, so she just loves that buttercream. Did you see her sucking that buttercream out the tube? And then she had to give it to Ruby, and Ruby's not that keen on it really. She had a little bit, and she's going, right, Ruby, can I have it back? I was watching it, Ruby, mortified. And then she looked at it and I think she thought it was all gone, and then she managed to squeeze some more out, so she was quite happy. So, so I'm just going to put a little bit of pistachio green for this door. I actually don't know whether I need that much sugar paste, but you know what? We'll colour that much sugar paste
And
up.
Julie's asking this, but the polycarbonate moulds, you always tell them to go to Amazon and buy them, don't you?
The polycarbonate moulds for
Will
what?
you be getting polycarbonate chocolate moulds, magnetic transfer moulds? You know, like we got the shoe one that the magnetic
Oh yes,
goes
so for
together.
if you're in Ollie's class and you're doing the handbag and the shoe
and the truffles.
and the truffles, yeah, go to Amazon and buy them. If you're in the groups, that we've actually given you the links in the groups where to buy them. I've got a small handbag on my website, which is fine, but some of you want the really big handbag, so there. And I've got some other chocolate moulds as well. I've got the joystick, which is quite big, the football boot, the Geo heart, smaller G-outs, loads of them, but we sold it. I put them on the website, they all went. So the supplier has told me they're back in stock on the 21st. I'm hoping she's going to get them. That was pre-Christmas and the Brexit, so I'm hoping that they're going to be in on time, and she knows that I'm waiting for them. So always put a little bit of corn flour on your hand. We'll see what this door is, and the good thing with this door is you can change it around whatever you want to do with it, really.
When he was talking about putting kisses on, Carol Rose, she sent a letter to a solicitor about a will and put a kiss on the end.
I know. I thanked my solicitor the other week and told him I loved him. He did something for me, and I was talking to him on the phone. I went, I love you.
Yeah,
I don't think he knew what to say.
Ka-chink.
Yeah, probably double my bill. Right, great. That's your bill just gone up. Wasn't even thinking. I was, because I'm quite jokey on the phone, and I just wasn't even thinking. I hope John's still not listening now. Mind you might be glad he might have got rid of me. So there you go. So there's that door there. So it's looking good at the moment, isn't it?
Maeve James says her grandson Dylan was over the moon when you shouted his name.
Oh, was it?
today.
That's lovely,
Yeah.
isn't it? So you've got that one there. We'll have a little bit more.
I love that green.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's only the pistachio green. And then we'll colour it in. We'll darken it down a little bit. So, just got the black out. Don't know what I've done with my lid for the pistachio. There it is. So I just thought I'd show you this for the class. And those who are not doing the class, you know, maybe you might want to do a fairy doll, but Julie Rogerson is an excellent tutor and she's an award winner, just like Rachel, just like Jerry Chew. We only have the best here at Sugar and Crumbs, you know. So you want to get on that Julie Rogerson's class, seriously. Support her. It's the first time she's done a class here, so do support her. She's doing 2 classes for us and she's doing the baby changing bag. What are you laughing at?
I got another message.
Eh?
I got another message.
Oh, has he heard?
No, you got his hopes up for a second.
Sorry, love. You know that one I showed you before? Be mine. You're mine. You ain't going anywhere. We're 16 years in. That's it. You're stuck.
That's it now. There's no parole. It's a life sentence with no parole.
He ain't going anywhere, him. Like it or not. So, if it gets sticky when you're moulding it quite a few times, it does get sticky on your hands, so just put a little bit of corn flour on. And then we're going to do some sprinkle boards and we're going to do some lustering. I'm just going to show you how to luster. So tonight it's just a little bit about playing about because, you know, a lot of you newbies don't know, or maybe you do know, and I'm not saying I know, but you know what, we'll give it a go.
But it is nice too, because you can do the sprinkle balls, because like you said, you can put them away, can't you? You've got them there.
Yeah.
If you've got a bit of spare time or you're bored, get all your old sprinkles
Absolutely.
out and do what you're doing.
So this one here is the little step.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a little step. So you may not be able to see it on here because it needs to go on the cake. Look, couples. Look at the little couples there. So just use black there. So what you would do is, if that was up now, you don't think you're going to get that effect there, but I'll put it there so you've got it anyhow. But isn't that cute, that?
What little
girl's going to love that? So please think about joining Julie Rogerson's class because she's going to show you how to make loads of things. She's actually been one of the... I don't know what they call them when you do part of the design team. I think they call them their design team at Katie Sue. And she's been one of those for years. And she's also part of the Pretty Witty Academy. Is it Pretty Witty Academy? Can you know what it is? Pretty Witty Cakes. So she's part of their academy as well. So she's an amazing tutor and she is adorable. She is absolutely lovely. So I'd really love it if you did support her and join her class. So that would be great. So let's just have a little bit of dusting on here. So I'm just going to have to get some colours out.
Heather Williams, she's going to join the baby changing bag class. She's never done a class before.
Oh,
so she's going to join the baby changing bag.
Yeah, well, the fairy cake and the baby change one, and they'll always be useful, those classes, always. Little girls always want anything to do with fairies. I mean, if I said to our Jasmine or Ruby that I actually had this fairy door here, let me tell you now, they'll be doing backflips in here. I ain't going to be getting them out. So, but little girls always want them. And the baby changing bag is always great for new mums. They just love it. So it's always something. And, you know, Julia was sort of showing you different ways to do things. So when you see what the tutor's doing, you see a picture, don't just think it's that picture. Anybody who's been in the classes, they'll be able to tell you on this live today, the tutors give far more than the picture. So, you know, like you get Doe Griffin in. She was the only other thing she was meant to do was free models. Well, she frigging knocks out models all day for you. Do you know what I mean? I saw a lady do a comment and she said, no, I'm not doing them on the day because if I don't do them, she says she hopes nobody else does them on the day because if they don't do them, Doe just sits there making models, doesn't she? She comes up with loads of fabulous ideas. And the tutors, they can show you so much more. So sometimes it's best just to enjoy the banter of the class and then get the tutor get out more because they just show you loads of things. They give you their all because they're fantastic. So
how wide is that door? As Helen says, she's got one door which doesn't think it's that big.
If it's the enchanted door, it's not as big as that, no. So if you've got the enchanted door from Katie Sue, that's the one of Sugar Buttons it is. Katie Sue Sugar Buttons, it's not that big. I'm just trying to find a green. Got a bit of a gold there. leaf green here.
And you're still letting people, if you want to do a couple of classes, you're still letting them do
Yes,
a payment plan, aren't you?
absolutely. So if you want to do a payment plan with Laura, okay, and you want to pick a few classes, and you know what, just the best thing to do is pick up the classes for January. You know, so this month, if you wanted to join the facial class and join the, don't sound good that, does it? Sorry. Join the facial expressions class and the fairy class, and then just start paying weekly. And then the next class is the 15th of February. And then the week before the 15th of February, be paid up. So that gives you 4 weeks. And then before that, then maybe join Rachel Hannah's and then Jerry's Princess Cake. So, you know, so there's lots of ways to do it. So we're fairly relaxed here at Sugar and Crumbs. So what I'm doing now is I'm just putting in a little bit of a thing called Rejuvenator. Now you can either use Rejuvenator or dip in solution. Some people use vodka, and I've got to be honest, I used to use vodka because that's what I was always told to use, or gin or something like that. But then when I speak to the tutors, they advise you to use the proper one because it's 98% whatever it is. Ethanol, is it? No, that's not the right word, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It?
But it all, like you said, it evaporates quicker.
Yeah, and it dries nicer. So let's just go around and just cover in these. I think with alcohol it can become lumpy and cloggy. I think that's what happens. So look at that. This is the leaf green.
We've talked Helen into fairy cake now.
Who?
Helen Williams. She's going to book it.
Oh, good. Well, I hope I've talked a few more of you into it.
She's booked the baby changing bag, and now she's going to do the fairy cake as well.
Well, I'm hoping I'm talking a few more of you into it, because I know some of you don't know Julie from this year because she didn't do classes with her last year. But that isn't because she didn't want to. I didn't ask her. I just didn't think about it. And then it's only this year because you've all asked me to find more tutors for you. But you know, if I find more tutors, I need you to support them and buy their classes. So and because she's a new tutor, you've all jumped on Hannah because you know Hannah. You've all jumped on Jerry's classes because you know Jerry. And I'm almost sure when Claire Corbett comes in and you all know Doe, well, you know what? Let's get the new girl in as well. So. And you're going to love her. She's great. I like her very much. I wouldn't ask her here. I don't invite anybody here I don't like.
Oh, Kerry Sarson says, Karen, tell Carol the circle on the mould is for the middle of the door.
Oh, is it? Right. Oh, okay then. That's good. Well done. I'm glad somebody knew. Well, I didn't friggin' know. I was looking at it with Karen.
we thought upside down.
Yeah,
We thought everything.
yeah. We did. So there we go with the door there. Just hang on a second. So let me just get that over there. Oops. 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 God.
What are you doing?
I went to put that lid on top of the dipping solution. I've had a long day, Simon. Been baking with the kids. To be fair, they were very good.
Oh,
and they always are very good. And I tell you, Harrison was very good. And I tell you who is smashing at baking, my other grandchildren, Holly and Ella. They used to absolutely love it. So let's get some gold out. Oh, I've got the gold out there. We'll get a little finer paintbrush. And then we'll have a look at the other bit of the door thing we're talking about there.
Linda Furwell, she's going to join some classes this week. Well done.
Yeah, good. And I just want to talk about them because I think when everybody who does the carved fairy cake, they come out and you're all going to be like, oh, I wish I'd joined it. And you know what, you probably will join it afterwards, but it's just nice to join on the day, isn't it?
And you're live this afternoon, they can catch it up, can't they, on
yeah,
our
you
page?
can. It's on our page.
And it's on YouTube.
And it's on YouTube, and it's the one before this one. So when you go to our page, it's not our group, because some of you go, oh, I can't find it. And it's because you're looking in the group. You have to go to our page, Sugar and Crumbs with Nifty Nozzles, because I get some ladies going, I can never find your lives, and it's because you're looking in the group. I don't do any of my lives in the group, unless they're private class groups. I only do them on the actual Sugar and Crumbs page. And the page is what we call our business page. So you could do a pink door. Nothing wrong in having a pink door. Should have done that, shouldn't I? Pink instead of green. So you could do a pink door. And on the Katie Sue thing, they've got so many ideas of what types of doors. So this mould isn't just for, I know it's called fairy door, but you can use it for all sorts of things. I put on the website, if you go on the website, Sugar and Crumbs website, go to Katie Sue brand, you'll see I've put loads of images there, and I'll add some more to it. Right, so where's that mould now gone? See, look, I'm making a mess in here already, aren't I? So what's this? The door knocker, is it? What's it, Karen?
It's the middle of the door.
The window.
No. So
You
the
wouldn't need
round
it, would it?
circle is to go in the middle of that door.
Oh, the little one. The one above that.
There's no other door.
No, above that one, above your finger.
Ah,
Above your finger, that one.
yeah, them two, but why would you want to stick it in there?
No, below that.
That one?
For a knob, a doorknob.
Is it the doorknob?
Where's Kerry? She said that it's just going
It's a
down to
doorknob.
find her again.
Put a bit of brown in there. Use brown and then paint that.
Yeah, she said the circle on the mould is to the middle of the door. So it's a door. So it's like you say, the knocker or the
Well, I would say you would put it at the right hand side.
Well, it looks like a doorknob to me. That looks like they've done 3 of them there.
the one with Carol's finger. That's what they show on their page. I watched it today.
Oh, right. Oh, okay then. And what's that one then?
What's the bigger one, Kerry?
Go on, girl, spill all.
Sometimes you might want a bigger door handle.
Yeah, maybe. I'll pop it out.
Now we've got another spammer.
Oh, who is it?
It's
Tell us the name. I got rid of one. There was a spammer on today. Listen,
Foddy Rich.
listen, if you ever get any blokes on here, they attack pages, you know. So if you get them, just ignore them. Don't do any angry faces. Just, if they try to, what they try and do is, because we're women, they try and make friends with you. And then they're going to start sending you messages about how much they love you and everything else. Don't fall for
They
it.
follow. They say if you text this number, they'll put $3,000 in your account.
Yeah. It's alright. I'll ban him
What's the
afterwards.
number?
Yeah, so take the notice. You know what? Don't respond. Just ignore. All right? Just ignore. And if you're daft enough to follow them, then there's not a lot I can do for you. Right. Okay, so we need a little bit of glue.
You've done 3.
Pardon?
Have you done 3?
Because that's got 3 on it there.
That's it.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why. I'm just going to see how I go.
I think 1 will.
Well, I think 1 will be enough if I'm really honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than enough. Right, I just showed you them just so you knew how to do them. Just so you knew how to do them, girls. And I've no idea what's in there, but you know what? We'll paint it a different colour. So let's go and paint it. So I want to do some of this brushing on here a minute. Oh dear.
And Feather says maybe the spammer can buy us some more glasses.
Yeah, just ignore the spammers, they're idiots. That's the problem when you come to a main page. They just come in and say there was one on Tracy Mann's today. Right, so that's too light, that one that I've just done there, but it gives a little bit of detail, doesn't it? Makes it look
Rustic door.
yeah, so there we go.
That's lovely. That on the like you said on the side of a cake for a little girl.
Yeah.
The fairy tree. It'd be gorgeous.
Absolutely. And then if and like I say, you can do the doors any colour. You can do them blue, you can do them
Kerry says she
pink.
just watched it again, and they did the big circle in grey like a glass window.
Ah, right, did they? Oh, listen, we're having a bronze one here.
You can
Shut
do
up.
that in isomalt next time.
Yeah.
Put it
Yeah.
in a subglass window.
When I do my isomalt class, we'll worry
We'll do a
about it
stained
then.
glass window, Carol.
Yeah.
A picture of a bird.
Yeah, when I'm doing when I'm teaching myself isomalt. So week after next, girls. So next week's another striped cake we're going for, and another combed cake. Not bad, is it? Teaching myself. I think it's quite a good idea, isn't it? I never get any time, and the girls in that class, they know I don't get any time. So Tuesdays is like, we call it Chill Out Tuesday. So right. So I need to. So these, I just need to put these out the way to dry. So we'll move those out the way.
Don't lose them.
No, we won't lose them, like I did the other day. Picking had stuff everywhere the other day.
Spread them as far and wide as you can. That way you can't possibly lose one.
But it's nice to get all your dust out and play, isn't it? So, and if you use
I'm
quite...
always doing that at home.
Oh yeah, getting your dust out.
Writing my name in it and stuff.
And if you've got your dust as well, let it dry in your lids, and then once it's bone dry, just give it a brush back into your pots.
Do not use Mr. Sheen then.
Yeah, he doesn't know what Mr. Sheen is.
I remember it. I mean, he was in the 70s, wasn't he?
Yeah, is he still out, Mr. Sheen? Is he still available?
You can still get him.
Yeah, I think that's nice. Just painting it
Elizabeth
there.
says, what's isomalt, please?
I don't know myself. Well, basically, no, it's sugar crystals. So it's sugar crystals, and you can buy it untempered or tempered. So we've got the Squire's Kitchen, which is tempered, and when we do this, we'll play with both. And don't ask me why we have to temper them, because I haven't got there yet. I'm still learning myself. So, but isomalt is so that you can make some like glass stains. So like if you're doing glass stain windows on a cake, or you want to put them in the middle of your cookies, or if you want to do an arrangement. And what we're going to do is we're going to do like a glass bowl. So do you remember like I think they were really fashionable in the 80s. You'd got them and it was like a glass bowl, and it came up and it was all like different strands, wasn't it? Well, now you make them and you sit them on the cake. So you can eat them if you want to. They're not very nice. But isomalt was actually in a lot of your sweets. So your sweets is actually isomalt, to be fair, a lot of them, but they're flavoured. I follow, he's got millions of followers. I follow an Australian company called Sticky. So if you go to watch in your little videos, just put in Sticky, and it's an Australian company that make rock, and they're great. I love them. So I just sit there watching them. I don't sit there, I'm in bed watching them at night time. I just gaze at them. So I'm just going to paint my doorknob. And there you go. Fairy door number 1. So that's how it is. Hey, look at that. I knocked that one out of the hat, didn't I? I think that was bad for me first go. So can you see that?
Hey? The logs down so they meet properly.
So they what?
So they meet properly at the top.
You don't have to have a meeting them properly.
Yeah,
It's a tree.
No, it's a tree. But you don't have to, no, because you put all the bits in.
Can you buy S&C products in Brisbane?
I'm so sorry, we can't. We can't. My daughter lives in Brisbane. I have been talking to her and asking her, because she's got a massive warehouse over there in plumbing supplies. So if you want a bathroom or a kitchen, or if you want a new extension or anything like that, she can do that for you. But will she sell S&C products? No. So I'm going to have to wait till my granddaughter grows up, and she will. But I'd love to. We have got a new product. So all you got to do is push that together. So see how we stretched it around there? So that they join together. We have got a new product that we are definitely launching.
Can you show the picture of the fairy door so we can see what you're actually doing?
I'm sort of doing similar to that door. It's not quite as good. And then there's other ideas on the back that you can see. So see that on the toadstool there. There's that one. And on the website I put a few other. Look at that one in there. It's at the top of the tree there. So so you can do them, you can do them any colour you want. So there you go. Right. I don't know what I'm going to do with that brown now. I'll just stick it over there for now. So that's one little job out the way, isn't it? Crikey, it's taken me an hour and 5... No, it's taken me 45 minutes, that. So
I've been talking a lot as well.
Yeah, well, it's not new, that, is it?
You showed all the new products, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm just doing this because you asked me to show you some new products, so I thought that I would. So I hope you've enjoyed that. So we'll get that out the way.
Yeah, I'm afraid you'll have to take an empty... You have to go over with just a suitcase filled with sugar and crumbs for her then. So when she gets over, she'll take her some over.
Absolutely. And if ever I get to Australia again, I will always let you know, tell me, and I'll do the same. We can ship to Australia, but at the moment we've stopped shipping out. We don't ship from the website. What we actually do is to order goods with us, and then we get you a shipping price. But what we are going to do, we're going to be putting something on Amazon and eBay, so it's going to get to you cheaper, but I just can't tell you a lot about it at the moment.
It's the same as somebody else. Do we ship to Southern Ireland?
Well, we were shipping to Southern Ireland, in fairness, but not at the moment. So I don't think anybody's shipping anywhere. So at the moment, we've just got to stay stum.
Ship to Northern Ireland, aren't we?
Eh? Well, we have shipped to Northern Ireland this week and we've not had any problems. And we have shipped a pallet to Southern Ireland. So if any of you buy, is it cakes? I think it's Stuff for Cakes. They're stocking our ice and, well, they've always stocked our ice and sugars anyhow. They're stocking ice and sugars and whipping it up. So that's Stuff for Cakes in Southern Ireland. Now that is at their local depot and that went on Monday. So I'm quite pleased with that. But I think from what we understood is that we've got 3 months grace while everything was put in place. But then DPD made this announcement that they're not shipping anything. So they put a stop on it. But we didn't ship by DPD. We did use a haulier for the pallet. Right, so let's get that out of the way. So that was one thing that you wanted to know. And then let's do our little sprinkle board. So some of you have been quite fascinated by a little... So would you like that door then? I think we could... we could actually glaze it afterwards, couldn't we? In fact, I might put it on there.
Have you any plans to bring Molly back this year?
I'm not sure whether Molly would be happy if I said that to her. Molly, get over here. I have spoken to Molly. Molly is working on a brand new mould at the moment, so I know that Molly will be happy to come over as soon as her new mould has arrived. Now, a lot of you have actually purchased it already, pre-purchased it. It's on our website, it's available. So her mould it's the laying down and the sitting mould, but smaller, so you can make 6 cakes, little small ones. So she's working on loads of designs on those. So I know that she is mad busy with that at the moment. So I'm just going to put this on this board here, just so I can get it out of the way. Karen's looking at my board now thinking, what are you putting it on there for?
No, you carry on.
Isn't that the board you're putting sprinkles on?
Oh, I've got loads of boards here. Karen did me loads.
I did 5. I just whipped them out.
Yeah, that's it. She's good at whipping them out. So,
Simon, behave.
you've got a filthy mind you tonight, Simon. So there we go. So I'm going to push that up there a bit.
Push the door up. Go on.
Yeah. Yep, so I'll push the door up. There we go. And we'll put the step in. There we go. That looks quite cute, doesn't it?
That's lovely.
So we can go back to that. It means now I can go and put it away and leave it there. So I've just put that there. That's quite good, isn't it? What do you think? Do you like it?
Now I want you to paint a tree and a woodland around it and some blue sky. And
Off you go, Karen. That can be your little job.
I am no artist.
So I've only just, you can see I accidentally lusted it gold without realising. But anyhow, there you go. So that is there. So let me just tidy up. Look at the state of my board. So, and all the stuff there. So then, some of you wanted to know about my sprinkle board. So what happened was I had Kim Firth here, not last year, the year before, and we were having tea on my dining room table. Like it was a normal place where you would have tea and sit around the dining room table. And she said, what should we do tonight on the live? I said, I'm not really sure, Kim. So, because she'd done a fantastic demo on the Ruffle Rose from Marvellous Moulds, and she'd done a few other things. I said, I tell you what, why don't we do a sprinkle board? And she said, what's one of them? I said, I don't know, but we'll go and play. So we did. So we all have loads of sprinkles, don't we? Loads of odd packets of sprinkles. So all I did is that I just shoved all my odd sprinkles and put them in a tub and give them a good shake. And now I'm going to put them in here. So just push them all around, make sure they're in the pile, give them all a nice shake. So the sprinkle board, all it is, it just gives a nice pretty board for for when you put your cake on top. And they can store them because they're sprinkles, so they're no problem. But I've got some in the cupboard that I've not used yet, but I obviously wouldn't want to put a fresh cake on top of that. So when I come to put a cake on it, I'll use a cake card. So my cake will have a card between that and the sprinkles if you're going to store them. But if they're fresh, there's no harm in just doing them fresh.
So we haven't baked our boards, have we? Because we need them to be soft.
So what Karen's done is she has covered the boards for me, and then she's cling filmed them so that they're lovely and soft. And then before we do that, just to make sure that everything adheres a little bit, let me just move that over there. You need to just get out a little bit of piping gel. So get out a little bit of piping gel. Let's just brush that on. What are you laughing at, you?
Geraldine. She's really surprised quite a few people on here.
Actually, why?
Because she bought Molly's large mould and the legs, and guess what? She's not used to it yet.
Don't tell me you've got the babies as well. So, so the babies haven't arrived in the country yet. So you are buying them, knowing it does make it very clear that they're due in the first week of February. And we're hoping that they're going to arrive sooner, but I think the way things are going, there's a possibility they're going to arrive later. So all I'm doing now is putting piping gel on here, that's all, just to make the board sticky. So piping gel, you know that silicone mould, you could, instead of using glue, we could have put piping gel on it if we wanted to. So, and we have this in stock as well. So then all this is just to use up all your old sprinkles. As some of you asked, and one lady actually went and did it, and she said, thanks Carol, and everybody said, how do you do it? She said, well, got the idea from Carol. So, and that's just that easy. We just getting rid of all our, and we have loads of sprinkles, don't we?
So Lisa Marie said, what's piping gel?
Some sort of jelly stuff.
Thank you. I hope that's clear for you.
What is it made with? I don't know what it's actually made of.
Does piping gel dry? It does in there, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people use it for sticking it on, so they'll put it on, you know, sugar paste. Like when we do that, what's it called? That fabric puff cake, we'll be covering the cake and we'll use piping gel then to put it on. A lot of people use it for sticking, really, for sticking things on. You can stick it on, like, you know, the, what's it called? The blank canvas plaques that we get from sweet stamps, and you put your sugar paste on that. Use it for sticking. Some people use it for a water effect as well. So if you want to use it for a water effect, but I tell you the other thing that you can use it for, you put it in little containers and colour it, okay? And then if you wanted to do the what's the church stuff, the coloured stained glass, you do the stained glass effect with it, all right?
Years ago, when I was going to one of the shows,
yeah,
we got piping gel, we coloured it metallic colours, and it was to make the jewels. It indicated
yes,
moulds and things like that.
Yeah, but it won't set though any moulds, piping gel.
No, it coloured it all, and it coloured it, and it's for somehow something set.
I think if you make your jewellery, it won't set piping gel. Well, it will set, but it's sort of really quite tacky. But you know, if you want to do a stained glass cake, have any of you ever done a stained glass cake? So I've done a stained glass cake, but you use piping gel for that. So what you'll do is that you'll do all your little stained glass everywhere, and then you'll pipe all around it then in dark paint all the way around all your different colours.
We've got quite a few ladies on there. They said they've done it to making swimming pools and ponds.
Yeah, swimming pools and ponds, yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, stained glass. But anyhow, we're using it to stick our sprinkles on. So we're just going to push them down, make sure they're all on. So feel quite happy to push them in. Do not worry if they've not all stuck in, because this is what we do. So if you haven't got a big board, Karen went in my kitchen before, because for some reason my ovens here, they don't have any big baking trays, which I'm amazed at. So I've only got the toaster tray, so that wasn't going to do any good. So Karen went into my kitchen before and got the big, you know, the big oven tray that you have in your oven. So we'll use that, and then she found this in the cupboard. It just looked a bit nicer than the oven tray after she washed it.
It's clean now.
Yeah. After John had sausages in it this morning. So.
They said they can feel a live coming on with piping gel.
Do you know what I knew as I opened my big frigging gob? I'm sat here saying nothing. I'm sat here saying nothing, thinking, thinking they're going to ask me, aren't they? You've done stained glass. You must have done stained glass.
Because Lisa Marie, she said from the name, she actually thought you put it in your buttercream to make it piping easier.
No. Actually, do you know what? I've never thought of it like that, but I suppose so, yeah. So see how we've got everything on here now? That's what we're going to do. We're just going to press it all in. Just a minute.
Yes, Janie, you can use edible glue. You don't have to use piping gel. You can use edible glue.
Yeah, you can use edible glue if you've got a big pot of edible glue. It's just that if you try and paint it, I'm being funny, but if you try and paint the board, it'll be dry by the time you got to the other end of the board.
There all night.
So if you've got a big pot of edible glue, which I have somewhere, then great, but you could be there all night. To be fair, you could just wet the board with water, to be fair. So all I'm going to do is just make sure that it's on. Push it all in.
So yes, also, don't you, Carol, make sure that your icing is a little bit thicker on these so that it goes in.
Yeah, you don't want to be mingy with your icing. But don't use a good icing, just use a cheap one from the supermarket. Or old icing. So old icing, we all have old icing, don't we? We've all got little bits. Mould it all together, sort of marble it out, roll it. Nobody will be able to see it, pretend to put all your sprinkles on. And like I said to you, you're not sitting your cake on it. So what we're doing now is, so we've got that there. Let me get this out of the way.
Maeve, the dust powders that Carol was using, they're the biggest, the pots that they come in. They don't come in any bigger in the colour splash ones.
I'm going to luster one of the things in a minute.
Yeah, it goes a long way.
I'm going to talk to you about dust. So this is still loose, so it does need to set. So you can do them any colours. I'll do another one as well, just so you can see different effects. So then when you come to use, so you just save these, you make these out your old sugar paste because you're going to cover it all up. Okay, and then what you do then is save them. Then when you make a cake, you do that cake so it's on a cake card, and then you put some royal icing on top of that in the patch. Then you sit your cake on the top of it, and then it won't move then, and it won't affect anything. So just let me get some. And
you don't bake these, do you, Carol?
Nope, you don't bake them. So just let me get some. Tissue paper.
Tracy Scriven said she used a rolling pin to press the sprinkles down as well. Yeah,
you can do that. Tracy's made a couple of them this week, haven't you, Tracy? She's been on it.
Oh, and they all loved your silver one. They said they think your silver one's the posh one.
Well, the silver one, girls, I was thinking about making another one, but all my sprinkles are fresh and they're very expensive. I thought, nah, you're not getting a silver one. I'll get that old one out. That's an old one. But Terry's fell in love with that, hasn't she?
Could Carol do a nicer milk cup and saucer and decorate it with piping gel? Says
Shut up.
Geraldine.
Yeah, says Geraldine. So Geraldine, with all the skills that you know, we're going to get you up.
And all the equipment that she's got.
You can do it. So do push it nice and deep. So this is a product called Spray Shine, and there's also PME called Glaze. Is it called Glaze Shine? I don't know. And Spectrum Flow do one as well. So just gives it a nice shine. Now, whatever you do, do not let this go on your pink board, right? And don't have it on your worktop, because once it gets it, really, you should do it outside. That's the best way. Let it go and get on the stuff out there. But so I'm just going to do a little test patch. I've not used this for a little while, just make sure it's spraying. There, that's why you have to. It's going to have to clean the nozzle. Because I thought so, because when Hannah's class, they were in here using it. Hannah was here using it. There it is.
We've got Simon on camera tonight.
So we're just
Who's
gonna...
asking?
It was Mandy said, "Who's on camera?"
He's quiet, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's going through to me board.
Boy.
Oh dear.
I know.
It'll glue the
Yeah.
all your paper to your board, you'll never get it off.
Shut up. Listen, for that quick, girls. Oh, there you go. It's not gone through.
There we go.
There we go. Good.
Good.
Not gone through. Can't do that. Right. So do about 15 layers of tissue paper if you're going to do it daft enough to do it on your board. Right. So that should set it all then. Okay. We're doing another one. So then it's pretty enough, isn't it? Let's have a look. Pretty enough, isn't it? Nice little board. So all your old sprinkles, throw them all in a tub. Just a nice little way. You don't have to do it. Just something that we were doing, and a few of you have asked if we can do it.
Yeah. It's very
So
easy, very
done that
easy.
one. And then the silver one that I did. That one was done by Marion Frost.
A couple of people have asked as well, Carol.
That was my original one.
Could you save on sprinkles by maybe putting a cake card in the centre and then doing the sprinkles around the cake card?
That would be the best way. Yeah, you could save on sprinkles by doing that. Stick the cake card to it. So, you know, even save on your sugar paste as well. So you could cut round your card, stick your card to it, cut round it, and then it doesn't matter then. It will only stick to the sugar paste that's around the card. But you'll have to then fit that cake onto that card, wouldn't you? So that's the silver one. This is quite old, this one, though.
They love that one, though.
So I'm not making this one again because I've got no sprinkles, but these were dear. These are all chocolate, these. So do you want to go to the overhead, Simon, so they can see? So let's just bring that up. Yeah. So at the moment, Terry's taken a liking to taking her pictures on it.
I made Sam do the cakes last week on it.
Did you?
I put the cakes on it. I said, "Take it on that. Take it on that."
So we'll just do another one. So let me just move this out of the way. Do you know what? Just get this kitchen tidy and we take it all out and we have to start again. So here we go.
Oh,
So
they love that one.
do you like that one?
They love that one, yeah.
Right, okay then. So let me just tip these in here.
It's a good sprinkle tray, that.
Yeah. So let's see, I've pulled out some sprinkles that I had before. So if anybody's wondering what this live's about, I don't know either. It's sort of called mucking about. Right. So I picked up some out the cupboard there, some sprinkles that we haven't used for ages. So I just thought I'd do blues and pinks.
And this sort of thing would be lovely if you was doing a gender reveal cake and you were just doing all blues and pinks and you did a lovely board and then put all your cupcakes on it.
Yeah. Well, it's just whatever colour sprinkles you've got, isn't it? So I'm just tipping all these in. I don't even know if we sell these anymore. So, because they're always changing.
Elaine says it's called a winging it night.
I'm always winging it. I never know what I'm doing. I come in here, stand in front of you lot, and we've just got to go with it. But my whole thing is, and I've always said this, right, when I started cake decorating, I had some cake decorating lessons when I was 26. I used to go to night school. So we all went to, I don't even know if night school still exists now, but I was a young girl, I used to go to night school, and in them days there was no sugar paste. Well, there might have been, but there wasn't when I was doing it. I did royal icing. So all my cakes were royal icing, and you know what, they were okay. But when I come to bite the royal icing, broke my teeth. So, and that's the type of cake decorating I did then. And then I never touched cake decorating again. I only did it for a couple of years. And then I never touched cake decorating again until I hit 50. And then when I hit 50, we had a new kitchen done in the house. And John does all the cooking in our house. It's good. He doesn't do any handiwork or anything like that. But you want to send John shopping? Yeah, go shopping for food. So he shops for food, he does all the tea, everything else, and
Alan, what's your hole on the
oh,
I just saw him going through there.
God, oh, they're all over my toes now. I knew there was a reason why I didn't like this bloody tray. Christ.
I thought it was like sand going straight through.
Yeah. Don't use dumb tray. So anyhow, let's get another one of these out. So John grabbed, when we got the kitchen, he said, right, what bit are you having? As he hugged onto the hob, the sink, the ovens, the dishwashers. So I just got the other side of the worktop like Karen's got now. So I said, I think I'll buy myself a food mixer and make cupcakes. And he went, what? Just laughed at me. And I said, yeah. And I didn't even think of it. It just spurted out my mouth. You know, like I am. I just say things, don't I? So it just spurted right out my mouth. And I said, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So he said, well, who are you going to make cupcakes for? I said, well, you know what? My nana used to show me how to make cupcakes. And, well, in them days, they weren't even they weren't called cupcakes then. They were called fairy cakes. And you did butterfly cakes. Those are the only ones I knew how to do. And ones with water icing, because I call it water icing, where they call it a glaze now, don't they? So that's all I knew how to do. And so he looked at me as though I'd sort of lost the plot a little bit. And then that was it. So next minute, my girl who worked for us, Caroline, she went, hey, they've got an event on at Manchester called Cake International. And we shot off down there and we had the time of our lives. We must have bought everything. It was a bit like Geraldine, actually. I feel as though me and Geraldine could be sisters, because we shot off down that show, and if the salesman said we needed it,
you got
bought it. So between the three of us, we bought that much stuff. We couldn't fit in the car on the way home, so I had to do 2 journeys home. I had to do one, get it home, then go back and pick them up with their stuff. So it was mad, completely mad. We never stopped laughing about it. It was funny. But so anyhow, so here we go. So let's see what this is going to look like. So bring it into the middle. So some of you might think this is a bit of a mad thing to do. What do you think? Do you like this idea? Is there anything one of you would want to do? Is it worth me doing it tonight, this? You've all asked about it, so... I was hoping you was going to say somebody liked the idea of us doing it.
Well, Tracy loves the idea.
Well, I'm glad Tracy does. Well done, we've got one.
Oh no, Lynn Feather loves it.
Oh, good, right.
Yeah, no,
great,
they're all coming through.
Oh, good, that's good. Didn't want to be standing here making these for now, did I?
No, they all love it.
It's a good way to get out sprinkles. Something you can do with the kids as well. They can sit and do it, can't they?
I'm loving tonight, and you always make me smile. That was Tracy.
Oh, thank you. Seems I make a lot of you smile. I drive John mad. Don't make him smile so much. Yeah, good way to get rid of it. It's just something a bit nice, isn't it? And like I say, you can store them, but just remember, you've got to put a cake card on. So let's see who's going to be the first one to do it without using all that sugar paste. And they're going to stick a board into the middle. So there we go. So see that one, I spent a bit more time pushing it on there, didn't I? So I didn't have to go round as much. So let's push on there.
Dearer than the sugar paste.
The boards aren't that much money.
No, I mean if you put a board in the middle.
Oh, a card.
A card.
And that's another thing. To be fair, you could actually do a drum. So instead of a card, you could do the drum, then stick another drum on, then put your sugar paste, and it just lifts it off a little bit. Should have done that one first, shouldn't I? Do you know what I mean? So it just gives a little bit of height to your cake. Because then, if you did it higher, you could put a ribbon round that then. Around that drum.
Then you'd have to decorate that drum then, wouldn't you?
No, because you'll have a cake on top of it.
Or is it right up to the edges?
Yeah. Yeah, so you'd have to decide then if you were going to do that, which size cake would go on it. See, this one, we can put any cake on it.
There's a few people said their grandchildren are going to love doing these with them.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't get a tray with holes in the sides.
Or if you do put sellotape over or something.
Yeah. Push it in, and then it's not going to be set yet. You do need to leave it overnight because your sugar paste is still soft and these are still on the, and some will fall off in the morning, so just make sure you do push everything in, and then in the morning just dust off your loose ones. Oh, it's just gone all through the hole again. So who's going to invest in a fairy door then? And the fabric puff? Who's going to buy a class? Right. So that's that one. There you go. So that's nice pink, isn't it? If you're doing a gender reveal cake there, isn't that nice? That.
It's lovely, that.
Yeah. Right. Okay then. So let's put that out of the way. I'll stick that there. Let's get this lot out of the way. Crikey.
You do make a mess.
Did I make a mess? It's all over the floor. It's between my toes. It's everywhere.
They soon brush up.
Right. Okay then. Let's get rid of all that.
Linda says, me.
What? Oh, goody good.
Me, yeah.
Yeah.
And me to all, says Helen Williams.
Good, good, good. That's what we want. Who's going to make sprinkle boards? Am I going to see the group with sprinkle boards all over it this weekend?
Sean Moss has got your best saying.
What?
It's the best one yet.
You are funny, you, aren't you? Right. Okay then. So let's do a little bit of lustering then. Let's have a go at lustering. Okay, because some of you aren't sure about lustering. I'm not so sure I know myself. But let's have a go.
Oh, Lynn Toft has just ordered the bees mould.
Oh, have you? Oh, it's
Yeah.
lovely, that these ones. Right, okay, so let's just do a little bit of lustering. So on here, so patchwork cutters. Marion Frost has been in the kitchen loads of times. Who has got patchwork cutters? So Marion can't come down because obviously she's in her 70s, and so is Jerry, her husband. But they said as soon as this is all over, they're going to come back. I love having them in the kitchen. They're such lovely, lovely people. And it's quite funny because I always ask everybody what they want to eat when they come. And so she always, the first time she just said, oh, just a sandwich. Shall we get a fresh bread, ham, cheese and everything? And then we sit here and we make up fresh sandwiches and stuff. And we have a lovely time. And every time she comes, that's all she asks. And she goes, it's the only time I ever get it. She said, me and Jerry love it. And then I make them a packed lunch and send them home with it. So they said it's just so much good fun. So this is their hearts and swirls set. So I'm just going to play with this. So all I'm going to do is, let's think of a board. If we're going to put a cake there, okay. So this is my, don't know what I'm going to create, but this is the hearts and swirls set. So, you know, you've got the sweet stamps, you've got other embossers there, you've got fun fonts, you've got, what else have you got? You've got, I don't know, there's loads of things out there. Cake Star, isn't there? Loads of sort of embossers and things out there that you can use. So I'm just going to make this one up, just putting a few little bits in.
When are the Valentine sprinkles coming back into stock?
Are they not in stock?
I don't know.
What's out of stock? Which one's out of stock? Because we've got loads of them. I just need to need to top them up. Let me know which ones are out of stock because we've got loads. I made them.
Who's going there now?
I know. Can you believe it? I sit there and make sprinkles as well. There I am with my mixer. And look at them. I'm like that going round with a spinner. I take little videos, but I never show them you. I keep thinking, oh, I must show you these little videos that we do. But then I forget. I go home and then I end up having a live to do or something. Or ordering or whatever else it is I do. So we're just going to put some little love hearts on. So we'll put a few little love hearts there. Stick one there. So this board, no, if you were going around the cake, you would probably have the love hearts coming out. So all I'm doing is just emboss. It's got swirls on here as well. So I'm not going to use the swirl ones. But then I thought I'd show you how to lustre a board. So I'm going to use the, let's see which one we're going to use.
Are we getting any red colour mill back in?
Right, red colour mill is out of stock with the supplier, okay? So I am waiting for it to come in. So you'll keep seeing the colour mill being topped up, and it is, I topped it up last week, but it's only with the colours that the supplier has. So the actual supplier is from Australia, and I've stopped buying direct from Australia now. So I just buy off a supplier in the UK because I just think, you know what, they can have the stress and I'll just buy off them and make my life a lot easier. Costs me more money because I can get it cheaper if I buy it direct, but I just think, you know what, for the stress it's just not worth it. So, but the actual supplier is out of stock, so I just have to wait for them to get in. So let's get some let's get a brush. And let's do a little bit of lustering. I'm just looking for the rejuvenator or dipping solution. So we're just going to luster this board. I was thinking I don't actually want to luster it this colour. What colour was I going to do it?
You was going to luster in an olive green gold. That's what green gold olive.
They didn't. I haven't got in that green gold in because they haven't got any in.
Oh.
Got cool bronze in. Do you know what? Let's do the cool bronze, and then I'll use that for overwards afterwards. So this is just to show you how to luster. Not that I know how to do it all, but this is if you wanted to luster your cakes. I could have used some of the sugar flare lusters actually, because we've got big tubs of them, haven't we? Do you know, I've got other boards here. We'll get some of the sugar flare out as well.
And also, if the colour wheel was for doing chocolate or anything like that, remember we've got the sugar flare cocoa paint.
Yeah. So you can colour your chocolate with that. So when you're lustering, okay, so you put your rejuvenator in. Always put your lid back on because you don't want that evaporating. Alright, oops, yeah, you don't flick it over yourself either like I do. Alright, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to build up layers. So you're just going to paint it across. You're going to build up layers, so you will have some streaks. We'll sort them out after. So just imagine this is the side of your cake. So we're just going to keep going, building up layers. So if ever you see a luster dust, so if it's matte, it's for painting with, okay? So if you buy anything that's for painting, that's for filling in little bits, and it's like for your eyes and your colouring and your detail. But as soon as it's got the word pearl or luster, that's what you're going to do here. Then you've got your glitter dust, and that you don't paint with glitter dust. They are for spraying or going over the top of a colour. So we'll just get a little bit more. I have to go very fast. So if you're on your cake, don't worry.
Kerry says it looks great. She said, I thought about doing this.
Yeah, just do it on your board. Just stick some stuff in. You've all got stencils and stuff. And the patchwork cutter stuff's lovely. So, and Marion's been going for years doing patchwork cutters. So I think she brought them out when she was in her 20s or 30s, that company. And she's done loads of demos. If you go on our thing, she's done loads of demos. I wish I was confident enough to do them on a live for you. But I mean, she's got a gorgeous baby block on there to do. And a bow cutter for making bows. There's a lot of hardcore Marion Frost patchwork cutters followers. Right, so you see you've got the streaks there now, haven't you? Okay. So we're just going to leave it to dry a minute. So let me just go round the sides, make sure I've got my sides done.
And that's the cool bronze fake cake you're using, isn't it?
This one is. Yeah. I've got a couple of other boards, so I was going to use Colour Splash as well. And we'll use Sugar Flare. They're all the same. Well, they're not all the same. They're slightly different, but... So tonight it's just about boards, really, decorating up our boards. So I'm not saying this is a design, this. I was just showing that you can just paint in them. So I'll clean up on the brushes later. So then what you do then is, once you've done this, and we just need to let it dry for a minute. So don't keep brushing it like I am. Yeah, see what I say? Don't keep brushing it like I am. And then you get yourself a dusting brush, and we just need to let it dry off for a minute. So I just need to make sure, always check your dusting brush hasn't got anything on it. So So to clean your dusting brushes, okay, Karen does this, we hate this job, but just have yourself a spare tub with corn flour in. And I think ours is in the cupboard down there, but it's just a tub of corn flour that you only use for this, and you put your brushes in it. So even though they're wet, okay, don't be washing them. So even though they're like that, and you just soak it up with corn flour, and then you brush it, and you keep brushing it on your kitchen roll until it all comes off. Because some brushes you can sort of wipe, and there's other brushes that you can't, and then you've got your glue brushes that you have to, don't have them. We've got ours muddled up, but that's because of classes, but we should keep them all separate. And I think whenever Karen and I ever get 5 minutes, we might just sit here and sort them all out.
Can you, Amy Barrett's asking, can you do this on ganache?
You can, yeah, absolutely, on the side of ganache. You don't need to do anything, just paint on your chocolate. And I should have thought really and got some chocolate. So you're just going to dust, and you'll start seeing, get really nice and shiny. If it doesn't come out, we can always put another coat on, because I've only just put one coat on, remember. So I'm going to pop another coat on. Now I'll paint it much quicker. I'll start polishing it straight away. So who else? You never get a chance to play with all your goodies, do you? Who of you have all got cake rooms and all your stuff, and you've got it all in boxes, and you've got it in your cupboards, and you've got it under the stairs and under the bed, and then when do you actually get it out to play? How many times do you get something and then you think, oh freaking hell, I wish I'd used that in the cupboard before, and you didn't? And we do it here all the time, don't we, Karen? We think, oh god, crikey, we could have used that mould, we could have used that cutter. So it's just getting things out and having time to play, and that's what I really like about Tuesdays, and that's why John said, why don't you open the group up to everybody? If that's your play time, until you start doing the flowers again with everybody, why don't you just open it up on Tuesday afternoons with everyone? So that's what we're doing. And you know what, it's fair enough, isn't it? So I've just got to show you my learning experience. You lot can keep it all nice and private in your house, in your pyjamas and no bra on or whatever it is you're doing. I've got to show you. But the other thing is, it's nice for you to learn off me, because then that way you know that if I'm having a go at it, you lot can have a go at it. And I think that's what you all like, isn't it? And then just start dusting. And it all blends together. There you go, got your second coat on. Look at that now, it's all blended together. Isn't that lovely? Okay. It's like antique that, isn't
Elaine's
it?
got a question. Elaine's got a little statement for you from Simon.
Oh yeah?
Karen, ask Carol this question please. Simon said, would an umbrella stand do with just loads of handles sticking out?
No. No, Simon. And I hope you've been making your flowers. So Simon is joining us on the Nifty Nozzles class next week, because I think he's doing Elaine's heading, and because he's got an out to do, and I said, Elaine, so he's paying. A lot of your husbands, I noticed a lot of you saying your husbands are having a nosy at what's going on in the lives. I think they're all just bored to death and happy to look at anything, aren't they? And I said, get them involved. And the husbands are very handy at giving you advice, aren't they? Well, you know what? Tell them to make their own. So now I might end up ruining this, but I'm just going to have a...
Yes, I was having a little nap, Jill. Yeah.
Was you?
Yeah. Do you remark I hadn't said much recently?
No.
He said Simon's been very quiet. Is he not well?
Oh.
Stop talking to us.
Oh, Zoe said she used whipping it up for the second time last night and made macarons, which were amazing. And I don't know why I was so scared to try it after being inspired by your Easy Macaron line.
Oh, thank you. The whipping it up product's absolutely fabulous, isn't it? So it is absolutely fabulous. It really makes it nice. I've had a few of you ladies who say, you know, you're not even going to go back to flavoured buttercream, flavoured icing sugars anymore. You're just sticking with whipping it up, and the Swiss meringue mustard cream. And I keep getting pictures of everyone with meringues. I have to say, Karen, I had a meringue, was it yesterday? Tuesday, was it? I tasted one of those meringues when we did the stripe cake, put the lollies in. And then I had a meringue, oh my God, they were gorgeous. By Black Cherry. For me, it's black cherry, black cherry.
Yes.
Terry went home with some, and she just couldn't stop eating them. They didn't actually get home for her boyfriend. And Karen gave them to her daughter, because Karen was quite good. You only had a sneaky one, didn't you?
Yes.
And what did your daughter say?
Absolutely amazing. She loved it.
They're lovely. So if you are making the meringues, I have just tweaked the recipe a little bit, and I should have done it a while ago, but I was in here doing a live with Simon for Cake Flicks, and as you all know, I do chat quite a lot.
No.
I have noticed that occasionally. Yeah.
So I chat quite a lot, and then while I was chatting and showing you things, and then because I keep stopping and then I keep going off subject, that when I come back to it, my meringues had sort of deflated and flattened. Yet pre-live, when I get on with it, so I've got no one to talk to, it's just me, I get on with it, they're fantastic. So I was sort of like having a bit of a meltdown when Simon said, like, why does it happen when I'm live? So I think he was dying to tell me, well, shut your gob and get on with it. It might be fine. Anyhow, I was watching Laura the other day, and she was talking, and I was there thinking, shut your gob, just get on with it.
Stop faffing around.
Yeah, that's what he does, Simon. He says, stop faffing around. So he's a clever one, isn't he? So there you go. So that's just playing with a board. So I'm not saying that's how you should decorate a board. I'm just, you know,
Well,
you can
I'm
put your
afraid
cake
there's
there.
quite a few people that have said, can I just say, I absolutely love that board, and you've given me some amazing ideas.
Oh, thank you. But do you know what, you've all got, have you got patchwork cutters? Did any of you say you like patchwork cutters? You've got your sweet stamps as well, haven't you? You've got your fun fonts. Who else does embossers? Cake Star embossers. You've got your plunger cutters. You know your plunger cutters. You don't have to cut with them. You can actually just press them in. And if you've got little daisies, you could go all the way around with daisies. Just press them in. I should have done that. Why did I not think of that? Could have gone all the way around with daisies and put a little pearl in the middle, couldn't you, and painted them. So we could have loads of fun painting boards, couldn't we? Should we have a board painting day one day? Should we get them all out and have a board painting day? But you know, I mean, there's no room for a cake there really. But if we'd done it all sort of round here, we could have then put a cake in the middle, couldn't we, or something? But you know, I'll save that for Terry for her to take pictures on or something.
Have you updated the recipe on the website for the tweaked meringues?
Yes, I have.
The tweaked ones.
So anyhow, so when I was watching Laura the other day, I could understand what Simon was thinking. You know what? Stop talking. And that's what I was looking at Laura, and I was like eyeballing, and she knew I was eyeballing her, but she thought she'd done something wrong. She hadn't. And I was like, they're flopping. So because like when she does them at home, again, she's getting on with it, and they're fine. So what I've done is I've reduced the water. When you are putting meringues in the oven, when we're live here, we put them in, we bake them, and we take them out and show you them, and they're fine. They're absolutely fine, and you can taste them, and they're great. But the best thing to do is put them back in the oven turned off, door shut, leave them overnight to dry out properly. That is the best thing. They are meant to be chewy. They are not meant to be dried out, bone dry. The best meringues are the chewy ones. They're the most amazing ones. So if they are a little bit chewy, that, you know, if they're a little bit loose inside, then, you know, they're not loose like water, but, you know, if they're a little bit gooey inside, that's perfect. You've done it right, yeah. And don't forget, you're using pasteurised egg as well. Well, once you put it in the oven, you've cooked it anyhow, but you're using pasteurised egg, so it's quite safe. So, like when you're making a meringue mix with fresh egg, you're not really supposed to spoon it straight into your mouth, but here with ours, because it's pasteurised egg, you can. In it goes.
You're not supposed to spoon. Of course, you're not supposed to spoon it into your mouth.
Well, you're not, are you? And I don't. But some people do. But you get people who eat raw egg, don't they? And they drink raw eggs. You know what I mean? So if you made it with raw egg, the old way of doing it, making it with raw egg, you're not supposed to eat that meringue fresh like that.
Oh, you
but
always cook it, don't you?
You always cook it, but without whipping it up. Once it's in that bowl and it's whipped up, if you just want to spoon it in, carry on spooning it in. It's pasteurised egg. It's absolutely fine.
And they would love to see a board painting day.
Yes. Do you think we should do that?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that said they'd love to see you do a board painting day.
Yeah, not that I know what I'm doing, but you know what? We'll give it a go. We'll have a little play. We'll
Sistine
play one
Chapel.
day. Hey?
Sistine Chapel.
Come on.
The Sistine Chapel.
When we stained glass. Okay. I've got some other boards up. I can't remember what I was going to do with them, Karen. What I was going to do with the other boards. So is that it? We're done. Oh, it's 10 to 10. We can go. So... Hey? What have I got to do?
Tomorrow, aren't we?
Oh yes, I forgot to tell you. Oh crikey, I forgot to tell you. Right, there is no live tomorrow. I know you're going to be devastated, absolutely heartbroken that Karen is not here tomorrow. But we made the decision tonight at tea time that we are not doing a live tomorrow, because if Karen and I have looked at our calendar, and if we do not go to the warehouse tomorrow, we can't actually get there for nearly 2 weeks. So basically, when we moved warehouses, so what happened with our old warehouse, we've grown out of it. So when we first moved in, we never thought we would grow into it. Well, not only have we grown into it, we've grown out of it, and we put a mezzanine in and everything else, and we still grew out of all that. So we've moved into our new warehouse. But our stock is a mess, and we know that. So we know that we have stock, it's just not all on the website. And with COVID happening and people being on furlough and deliveries coming in, you've got boys in the warehouse, and you know what? There's a space, there it goes. And then when they come to look for it, we can't find it. And then we have to tell you guys we haven't got it sometimes. Doesn't happen often, but because we generally find it. But when we moved warehouse, we got a lot more organised, but a couple of sections didn't get organised, and one of them is nozzles. So on Wednesday, Karen and I spent the day down there, and God bless Karen, she spent the whole day down there while I went and sorted out some other things, and then I updated the stock on Wednesday night, and we just found hundreds of nozzles, hundreds of them. So, but the problem is that we've cleared that area out, and we basically dumped it all in reception. So we've dumped it all in reception. It's all over the place, but all the pick bins need labelling. They need all the codes going on. They need everything going on. And tomorrow is the only day. And I need Karen to do it with me, because she understands that product really well. Because all the boys are interested is just reading a name and a barcode. Not interested in anything else. If it was a trainer shop, if we sold trainers, it'd be a different game altogether. And then we would be bored, because we'd be like, oh, trainers. Oh, right, okay. So no live tomorrow. So we're really sorry about that. So we're cancelling it. I'll put a notice up on the thing tomorrow. There's no live tomorrow. And on Monday you haven't got Karen either. I'm really sorry, because we've got Jerry Chew in. So there you go. You best go and join the facial class, haven't you? And then you can see us there, facial expressions.
And then I can laugh to you all day.
Yeah, because Karen is on comments all day. I'm down the warehouse again. But Karen's on comments all day on Jerry Chew's Facial Expressions Day. And then Monday night, I'm in here with Jerry Chew, because she's doing the live on Monday. Not sure what she's doing. And then Tuesday, we're doing the stripe cakes in the afternoon, aren't we? And then Wednesday we've got the day off, but Karen and I haven't got the day off. What are we doing on Wednesday? I haven't got the day off. I'm doing umbrellas with Nifty Nozzles.
You're doing a full day. We're doing a full day
doing a
class.
4-day class. What am I on about?
Remember, we've
So
updated our
we've
calendar today.
never had a day off. So we've got the Nifty Nozzles day, and then Thursday we're back in here baking with the children. We've got Laura in here on Thursday night. Karen is in on Friday, so she's back baking with you on Friday. And then the whole week starts again, and we've got a mad week. So we worked out we can't get to the warehouse for 2 weeks, so tomorrow's the only day. So we're sorry about that.
Yeah.
Is there any sad faces? I'm sure there are.
Actually, there is some sad faces,
Yeah.
yes there is.
But you know, when you do a sad face, can you then do it with a happy face afterwards? Because what happens is, if ever you hit the angry button or the sad face, if that's the last button you hit, that's what stays, because you only get one hit. So when I look to have a look at all the emojis, it will only give you one per name. It doesn't say Geraldine has hit the button 500 times. It doesn't do that. It only gives your last emoji. So if it's a sad face or an angry face or whatever, because of conversation that's gone on in here, make sure that the last button you hit is love heart. We love Carol, Simon and yeah, I did it. Carol, Simon and Karen.
Karen.
Yeah.
Karen. Remember Karen.
Did I not say Karen? Could I not get it out? Did I just say we love Karen and Simon?
And,
What's her name over there?
and the other one.
Tell you, I'm losing my marbles now. I can't freaking remember anything. So just always make sure you finish your live, because you only get allocated one emoji, really. That's what Facebook do. So just do that, and then because when people go back and look at lives, when they see angry faces, I wonder why they weren't happy with that, but they don't realise it's just bits of conversation. Or if they see a sad face, what's all those 500 sad faces for? And that's because Karen's not doing a live tomorrow. When really you're really very happy and you're taking the mick. So smiling faces all the way.
You're right, Angela. A few of you can just catch up on your housework.
Yes.
And then you'll be all fresh for next week.
I
Then.
tell you what, why don't you have a day of getting dressed? Let's be positive. Put your bra on, get them out, dust them off, put them on. Yeah, dust them off. and put them back on. While Karen and I go slaving down there. I'm sure there was something else I was going to show you today. I'm going to go and I'm going to say I didn't show them that, Karen. Karen, what else was I going to show? Oh, I was going to show you these because I know a lot of you missed out on these on the other day. They're back in stock. These wonderful cutters. Don't know what we're going to do with them, but we're always wanting circle cutters. But there's 19 steel circle cutters in here, and they're absolutely fabulous. So go to P&E. Lots of you have been waiting for the chocolate machine to come back in. They're back in stock. The extra large nozzles are back in stock. Other nozzles are back in stock. There's all sorts of things. So all PME is back in. All the sprinkles that I used the other day, I showed you, we sold out on Tuesday. They're all back in stock. Put those back in stock. They've arrived today. Katie's suit is topped up, the new moulds. So things are coming back in. It's not because of me. It's because suppliers are struggling as well. All right then. And then we're hoping to get, anyway, so the other thing is, moving on, we're hoping to get next week out the way, and then we're doing a tissue day, aren't we? We've got to do tissue and cellophane.
We booked it in our diary.
We booked it in our diary. That means that we have to do it, so it's in the diary. So basically, me and Karen haven't got any spare time whatsoever. I've never got spare time.
No.
Most of you, I was chatting to a lady at 2:30 this morning, and she messaged me, she said, I know you're always awake. I said, I know. Just climbing into bed, took a picture of my dog, sent them her. She sent me a picture of hers. That conversation. Because lots of you know I've got to sleep with Lincoln and Chip, and those of you who don't know, it's a very long story. I'm not bothering telling you now. But anyhow, I'm in the doghouse. Right, so that's it. We're done. So Simon, thanks very much. Thank you for being so happy and cheerful and lovely.
You're welcome.
I think it's to do with that terrible moustache and beard colour you've got at the moment. Have you taken it to that colour because you're going to change colours? Do you have to take it out, the colour?
No, just dyed it orange. It didn't.
It's actually orange?
It didn't take very well.
No, it's like without it's like nicotine.
Yeah. I thought because he had a green beard and moustache, he's actually stripped it. And then, because I have my hair straightened, when I have my hair straightened, it goes ginger. So I thought that's what he'd done. He stripped it to put his next colour on.
I colour out before I put the orange in.
Ah, right.
I think that's what the problem was. I didn't cover.
Okay.
Any idea when the deep 12-inch boxes will be available again?
The deep 12, right? So the deep 10-inch, 12-inch. We've got 14-inch in. I've got a new box that I'm going to put on the website. Let me go. I think it might be a 14-inch. So let me just go and get it. Got a few other things. Should I tell you what else I'm putting on the website this weekend?
Oh, why not?
Do you want to see what I'm putting on? Let me see, because I can't actually. So you can do 2 orders, get what you need now, and then order at the weekend. Just give me a minute. Oh, just a moment.
Do you want to take over, Karen?
I'm just looking at all these. They've all really enjoyed the live, Simon.
Good.
Yes. And they said, can you give us a flash?
Okay.
Go on. He's going to give you a flash of his beard,
of
his funny coloured beard.
It's to go with my. I picked out the orange stripe in my shirt.
Yeah.
That's what I've done. Good evening.
Look at
the orange stripes here, and yeah.
It looks like he's had a good curry, doesn't he? He's got it all stained over his moustache.
Thank you.
So he says, shave it off.
She's back. I can hear her.
They're going, oh no, Simon, marmalade face Simon.
Eh?
It
is bad, that, isn't it?
I made Simon show them his beard. And
You have not.
Of course I did.
Are you going to show them?
Yes.
See what we have to put up with? No wonder he stayed quiet. He's had a mask on the whole time, so I haven't seen it. But Karen can see it from behind the screen. So
it looks like he's dipped
I could
in
just
the
see the
goggles.
top bit. So things that are going on the website this weekend. Just get a cloth there. So have you enjoyed tonight then? Just mucking about?
Yes, Andrew, you can use the whipping it up to fill your small chocolates, but do make the fluff recipe on our recipe website.
Oh, somebody was asking about that they wanted clarification on how fresh it stayed for. If you're putting it in the fridge, when we first made it, we just said as a guideline 2 days. And now we put, but make sure your chocolate is really thick though. Some of you can be a bit tight with the chocolate, maybe do a thin layer. And then what happens is it will pop and seep out when it's fine in the fridge. When you take it out of the fridge, it sort of bursts out the chocolate. So you should, that's why, you know when you get a walnut whip, not thin, is it? It's thick. So,
Don't be stingy.
Don't be stingy. But I think, to be fair, Karen was doing it here at first because, you know, she's thinking like the cost of the chocolate. So she was just doing a thin layer. And they were great. But then when they come out the fridge, by the time we had one, it was like...
it's like a pressure hull, wasn't it? It was just coming out more and more.
Yeah.
So
do make sure you do a nice, thick layer. So clean it up. So these are going on. Have you ever seen these contact sheets for your cake drums? So these are sheets that you peel back and you stick them on your cake drums and you decorate them. So we've already got a few of them on. I think that one's already on the website anyhow. So look, so you can make your cake drums that way. So you can pretty them up. I love this one. This is my favourite one. This is on the website. So those 3 are on the website. And then football for the boys.
Are these self-adhesive then?
Yeah, the self-adhesive, yeah. So you just peel them off and then stick them on. And then you cut them. So basically, you turn it that way round. I think you do. Turn it that way around your card, cut it, and then stick it on.
No.
Which way would you do it?
You'd put it face down, peel the backing off and put the board onto
Yes,
it.
that's what I meant. Yes, I would think that you would turn it that way.
You wouldn't cut it first.
No. So you turn it, well, how would you cut it then?
You cut it afterwards when
Did you
you've
cut it
done
afterwards? I was thinking you would draw a circle around it, cut round the circle.
Then you've got to be really accurate with sticking it on.
Well, then how would you cut it then when it's on the board?
Just with a knife.
Right, okay. Right. Next demo, Simon. So, football ones. And then the grass. The grass is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we do have some grass cards as well, you know. I love this black satin one. That would be nice for Valentine's Day, wouldn't it?
Some lovely red hearts on that.
Yeah. We do have this one. I like this Murady one.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So you probably can't see it, but it's like a metallic patchwork quilty one. That's quite nice. I like that. And then this is like the new geometric style ones, aren't they? So they're quite nice. So they're all going to go on the website this weekend. And then we all like a little bit. Oh, see, there you go. Like that. There's something about leopard print and girls, isn't there? We all like a bit of leopard print. Right, okay then. So last time I brought these out, okay, I brought them out in 12-inch. And when we made a 12-inch love heart cake, it was friggin' massive. So these are templates. So this is an 8-inch. Now I do want to be able to do this one night with you. So I must remember to leave these out for Karen, and we will do an 8-inch cake, square cake. And we'll do it 3 layers. But I want to use a biscuit dough type of cake, okay? Because when you use cake, so some of you will use sponge, but the problem with that is if you don't crumb coat it, it'll go very dry. It dries out and cut into it, it's just not nice. So the lady who first designed those types of cakes, so you know the cakes that have got 3 layers, they're thin. Well, the lady who did that, she actually used cookie dough, a very soft cookie dough, so it was a biscuit rather than a cake. But anyhow, so I brought the 12-inch ones out, but they were massive. They're far too big. We only need 8-inch. And I've learned a lot here that really we only need a 6-inch cake and sometimes only a 4-inch cake. And then I brought the numbers out as well. So the numbers these come in the pack. These are on the website, these. So if you want to get these, so if you're doing your birthday cake, so there's 0 to 9 or 1 to 0, whichever way you want to take it. So they're 8 inches as well if you want to be cutting out your number cakes. And then you can put your little sweets on, do things like that. So then we've got some new, these are going on. These are for Easter. So that's for Valentine's Day, your little lovebirds, get those on for Easter. So new scraper with the size on, because some of you wanted ones with a handle on. So you could do a scraper, but this is only a 6-inch though, 5.5 inch, sorry. Okay. Bowl scraper. Now we used to sell bowl scrapers all the time, and then the ones that we had love heart ones, but they haven't got any now. So we've now got these little birdie ones, and these are brilliant. So they scrape everything out the bowl. Yeah. Then we've got the little chocolate spoons. The little chocolate spoons, I'll get those on the website because some of you wanted those. The little chocolate spoons. And then for doing your chocolate in your bowls, when you're doing the chocolate class, you need a firmish bowl scraper, so not a soft one like that
to
one.
go on top of your moulds.
Yeah, to go as Ollie does them. So when you are going across your moulds, it has to be firm going across. So he has a square one, a straight edge one, and then you go round the bowl. So Calabo were giving these away in beige when they did an offer with us, didn't they? And some lady won a bowl with one of these in. So it's beveled round there so that you can just scrape it. And there's a rounder one.
Nothing goes to waste
Yeah,
then.
and nothing goes to waste, so you save all your chocolate. So that's a set of 3. And then what else have we got? So, Calabo, changing its name. So it's changing its name to Mona Lisa. I said to the rep, why on earth would you change it to such a miserable name? I mean, she is not one happy woman, is she? I mean, how old is she? Is she 100 years old or something or more? So, I mean, I couldn't think of anything more depressing of a name. Mona Lisa, friggin' hell. So anyhow, but Calabo, so you can see it's Calabo chocolate.
Doesn't
Okay.
mean Moni.
Hey? Well, it feels like it, doesn't it? So I was laughing with the rep. I get on very well with the reps, actually. We're like, what? Mona Lisa? Can we not just go back to Calabo? It's the thing with these companies, you know what I mean? They get some sort of marketing thing in. It says, come on, you need to change your brand name. And they change your brand name, and I don't know. I signed up for Craftsy many years ago, and they changed the name to Blueprint. They've gone back to Craftsy. Well, Craftsy was doing really well. Why would you want to call it Blueprint? So they've gone back to Craftsy. So you get a few companies doing that, changing the name. We've had people come to us telling us we should change our name from Sugar and Crumbs to S&C. What do you think? Should we call it S&C? But then I'm very much like, well, who's S&C? You lot know who S&C is. But out there, who's S&C? So, hey?
Doesn't mean anything.
No, I mean, who's Sugar and Crumbs? But at least it's something, doesn't it? Explains what S&C means. So you'll see now, if you do get any products now from us with Calabo on, and you'll see it's got the Calabo mark there, and it's got that is from Calabo here, and it's in Belgium and everything. So new packaging. I've not put it on the website yet because there's still old packaging and new packaging, and I brought this for Simon to take pictures. But we do 4 lots of the crisp pearls, the salted caramel on back order, but Simon doesn't want to take the pictures until the 4 lots of the crisp pearls are in, and then as the chocolate changes its packaging, we'll do that as well. So as everything changes its packaging, we'll do all the chocolate bags together, and then it looks better on the website.
The product inside is exactly the same, isn't it?
Oh, exactly the same product. Exactly the same product. So, and then these, I just want to show you sort of maybe how big the balls are. So, like these are these, I've got them out there. These are these. So these are the 3-part moulds. These. Shut up.
1 minute.
These. So you get like a 3-part mould. Tell me why you got 3 parts. I've friggin' no idea. But anyhow, so chocolate moulds. Go on then. Yes, please.
Right. The bottom one has a mark on it which you fill the chocolate up to.
Yeah.
Which about halfway, as you can see if you hold it up.
Look. Oh, is it that one there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where
Okay.
you pour chocolate
I
in.
did read that, but I didn't understand what it meant. Yeah.
And then you put the silicone bit on top of the
And
other
you push
bit.
it up, don't you?
No, on top of the other bit, and then push it in.
Oh, right, okay. So to save your chocolate, I mean, we're going to show you how to do it properly, but this is an easy save way. So you fill your chocolate up in there to that line, okay? Then you put this as your coating over this, and then you push it in, and then it all squeezes up to there.
To the top.
And it squeezes it up to the top, and I presume you could do that, could you, as well, while it goes down?
I think you do.
Yeah,
that.
so that's why it's a 3-part. So that's that one. So they're in there. The football, don't think of, they are on the website, but we sold out as soon as I got them. Who bought them? We sold out straight away. This one's really quite nice. This one would be great for your, it's got the 3 parts in. To be fair, if it was me, I probably wouldn't do it this way. I'd do it the way that Karen does them, and the way that Ollie showed us how to do them. But this one would be great for your walnut whips. I know it's not the walnut whip design, but it's that nice swirl. Can you see that over the top there? Can you see it?
It's still like I said, it'd make a nice swirl, that.
Yeah. So I need to make sure I put these in the right bag. Did I get that out of that one? I think I did, didn't I?
Nikki says if you go into the office
Yeah.
and ask for the miserable cow chocolate, you'll know what she means.
And then we've got little rose ones as well. They should be back in. So they're roses. So again, you know, you fill them up and then you can put mousse inside them, fluff inside them if you wanted to. Once they're set, not when they're like this. So I just thought I'd show you these. But I don't know how many of these we got because we sort of sold out in no time. A chocolate one here. This is a chocolate bar. So you've got the chocolate bar. So again, it's this free mould idea. So you can do it either way you want to do it. It's there anyhow. Chocolate bar. Some of them are still in stock, but not all of them.
The geometric cart was like that.
Pardon?
Was the geometric cart like that
Yeah.
one and the 3-part
Yeah.
mould?
So we did the giant geometric cart and then the smaller one. And then this is the football boot, which I like this football
I
boot,
like that.
isn't
That's
it?
nice.
So that's in the 3-part as well. Okay. So that's that one. And then there's another one here that I need to amend, so the price isn't right. So a lady phoned the office today, quite rightly so. She got this mould and I wrote it down as a 3-part mould. And it's not, so she wanted to know where the 3 parts was. But because I was putting these all in stock, I've just 3-part, I've just done the same. So I need to edit this. This is not a 3-part mould, and I need to take some money off it as well. So I need to adjust the price and give the lady a little bit of a refund. I don't know what she's called, don't know whether she's watching, but I need to give her a little bit of a refund. So this will make your happy birthday cake topper in chocolate. So
Very
no, you can't see
difficult
it.
to see.
Eh? It's very difficult to see, isn't it? So passes that green board there. I don't even know if you can see it better that way, can you? Yeah, so this is your happy birthday chocolate one. So, but the thing is, if you buy the Sugar Flare chocolate paint, you could then paint it afterwards, which is great. So that's that one. And then so brought in gold board because we're struggling for boards. So I've got no 10-inch boards, 6-inch round. There's no 10-inch, 6-inch rounds because there's just none in with the supplier. Like they haven't got the big boxes in. So I bought coloured boards in. So you'll have to make do with coloured boards because it's all they've got in 6s and 10s at the moment. I think I've managed to get some 8s. So they're in. And then what else have we got? We've got a little game controller thing here. This is for little chocolate. So you know the little chocolates that you do, the little chocolates. I'll repeat myself 3 times.
No little novelty chocolates.
Yeah, the little novelty chocolate bars. Well, this one's a little novelty game controller. So there's 4 little game controllers in here. So whether you can see that there. So can you see this? I'll turn it around that way because that's better. So there's 4 little game controllers there that you could do in chocolate and then sort of have them dotted around your cakes, can't you? So they're quite cute. That's going to go on. What else is there? Oh, so I was going to tell you about the box, but I think it's a 14-inch box, window box. That looks like a 14, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So that's a 14-inch window box. I think we've got the 14-inch high box, but this is a 14-inch window box. But this is ideal for the ladies who do their cupcake bouquets because they go in fabulously in here. So all you ladies who do your bouquets, I think you can fit in, I'm almost sure it's a 25 you can fit in here. Sure it is, but we'll try it when we do the next class. So we'll see how we go. And then obviously we've got the love heart things going in. So these have been out because I've had them out on the top, so they've gone hard. So when you get them, they will be softer and a bit flimsier. But if you want them, I prefer them hard if I'm really honest, because then when you do your swirls, you just plonk them on and then they'll soften up. And if ever you've got things like this and they have gone hard, just sit them on a bit of greaseproof paper and sit them in your Tupperware container. They'll soften right up again.
Well, that's nice if you have them hard like that as well, because you can actually stand them up as a
Exactly.
3D
yeah,
effect.
yeah, it's a good idea. Yes, you can tilt them like that, can't you? So, but if you do want to soften them again, just put them in a plastic container with in between layers of greaseproof paper each one, so they don't stick to each other. Yeah.
Tracy says, are you getting any bigger sizes in the coloured boards?
Right. Sorry, just thought I'd taste one again for you. So, our boxes at the moment only fit a 4-inch board, and that's why I don't sell bigger boards.
Which boxes?
Our boxes from work, when we're posting out orders.
Oh, right.
So they only fit in a 14-inch. Now, we used to send out up to 24-inch boards, but when I send out a 24-inch board, if a customer only orders one of those, they're like £5.50 for one board, you get a customer ordering one. Well, it won't fit in the box, it won't fit flat. So we have to send it out on an angle like that. Well, by the time we filled all that with packaging, and then we filled all that with packaging, it's still not strong and stable enough, so that when it went to the couriers, every time it got to the customer, it was always broken half, because the couriers throw other boxes on top of it, and that board can't sustain the weight. So I need a flat box that I can put it in. So, and I haven't got that flat box yet. So that's why I stopped selling the big boards, because I was sick to death of refunding people. So that's where we're at. So I do need to get bigger boards. I know that. I've got 16-inch boards on the website, and I don't know how the boys ship them out, but I only got them in for Hannah, the cake illusionist, for her last class. So they might not even be on the website, actually. I don't know.
We'll soon find out.
I got them in for her class. Whether I put them on the website or not, I don't know. But because they were coming to us, I needed to have them for her. So lots of things. And then don't forget the fairy door. That's in stock as well. And then the mushrooms will be going on tomorrow. So it's the sugar buttons mushrooms.
Tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. We're busy tomorrow. Saturday. I feel as though I've had a few mushrooms. So so anyway, I'm very tired. So we're going to finish early. And now we're finishing. Actually, we're finishing on time.
Debbie just said, you were going 15 minutes ago. You said
half an hour ago.
I know. But I've 2 hours now, so I've finished on time, haven't I?
Absolutely.
And then what's this thing? Oh yeah. So vintage bows as well. So it was on the website, but we never had a picture. So I thought, basically, because I've got to ask Simon to do one.
Now that box
Right.
you just showed there, just a quick one for Jill. She said, is there a box that would take a 12 cupcake bouquet with the clear window?
I would go for the 40. The 12, you should go for the 10 box. So I think we've got some. We haven't got any 10. We haven't got the tall ones, which is what they're all asking about. So the supplier's actually been out of stock. The supplier's actually been out of stock nearly 6 months. And then we found a load of stock, because of our move. We found a load of stock in Karen at the office. By the way, there's 2 Karens. So when you're saying thank you, Karen, there is Karen Naylor, administration, and there's Karen Griffiths, who works here. So a lot of you will say thank you to Carol. A lot of you say tagging Carol McFarlane, Simon Davies, and Karen Naylor. This is Karen Griffiths. Okay, Karen Naylor's customer services. So
still does a belting job down there.
Yeah, she does. They all do a great job down there. So we're going. Well, in fact, we're going to do inside the warehouse again as well. We're going to have a little tour around, do a little let you meet the staff.
Well, they said they would love to do that. Wouldn't they? Love to put faces to names, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Well, I think we might get Terry to do it tomorrow. She's going down there tomorrow anyhow to take some pictures for our next video. So I might get her to do a little chat while we're there with the staff while we're there, because me and you are there as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're all behind our mash. You won't be able to see a word that we say, but hopefully you'll hear us.
Oh, they'll hear us.
And you'll see the big mess me and Karen have created.
Oh no.
I had to send him an email last night to say, very sorry of the way we left reception,
But don't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch it. We're going to think about when we're going to get back. So that's it, we're done. So thank you for joining me tonight. I can't believe 2 hours has flown by just sort of messing about, isn't it? Flies by. So thanks very much. I will see you Monday night with Jerry Chew, and Karen will see you on the daytime for the class. Have a great weekend, ladies. Cheerio. And guys, or guy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.